kill you. Marijuana is used as a balm for many, many ailments of people here. There's people right here with multiple sclerosis. There's people here with epilepsy. There's people here with other illnesses. And I'm sure you use it for what ails you, sir. Marijuana is a beautiful therapeutic plant that is non-toxic, won't kill you. 3 million Canadians use it, and can 3 million Canadians be all wrong? What is it about our lifestyle that requires us to be in jail in order to be a member of the cannabis culture? And for 35 years, 2 whole generations, we've been persecuted without any valid argument. I've never heard one single parliamentarian get up and ask the Attorney General, what is the moral basis? What's the legal basis by which we criminalize marijuana? How do we justify putting people in jail who smoke marijuana? Remember, it's not because of harm. You can do many harmful things in society that are legal. Adultery causes terrible problems for families. Spreading sexually transmitted diseases, dangerous sports, injuries like that all the time, driving with a cell phone, driving with food while you're eating, all these things are potentially dangerous activities that are legal. They're not necessarily advisable, but they are legal. You can have as much alcohol in your house as you want, and you'll never get arrested for trafficking or possession with intent to traffic. But if you have just more than an ounce of marijuana in your house, all of a sudden now you're a trafficker, right? You can have as many prescription drugs, you can have as much tobacco or alcohol, you can do dangerous things that are legal all the time. What is the moral and legal basis by which we persecuted millions of Canadians for marijuana? I would tell you there is no basis. And remember, the government, marijuana is legal now. We don't know if the Edmonton police are going to honor the fact that marijuana is legal now. And I can tell you that they did not believe so in Calgary, though I will tell you the staff sergeant said, you may be right, Mr. Henry, but we were instructed to charge you. And that's the nature of my charge in Calgary. So the police are aware that there's millions and millions of people in Canada who will not be charged for marijuana possession, no matter if they smoke it on the police station's front doorsteps like I did in Toronto. And as I will at the end of this month, I have 5 locations in Ontario, 5 different cities, where I'll be leading local people to smoke out in front of the local police department there, because in Ontario, marijuana is legal. And we're all Canadians, aren't we?
Yeah, I agree.
So why should any Canadian have a right under law, under the Charter of Rights that's been validated by the Ontario Court of Appeal and several other provincial courts throughout Canada? Why has your Solicitor General of Alberta or my Solicitor General of British Columbia not told the people that marijuana has not been illegal for over 2 years now, and that every prosecution and conviction of marijuana possession in the last 2 years is unlawful and must be overturned? So I'm not just here to tell you that marijuana is legal and that we should celebrate that. I'm here to tell you we have to protect that, because Parliament will try and recriminalize it. That so-called decrim bill that's coming this fall is recriminalization. Marijuana is legal right now, and if the federal government just stopped appealing all these court decisions, marijuana would be legal and unregulated and available for provincial governments who are actually in charge of healthcare, and local governments who can actually regulate the sale and how grow ops could be done safely with licenses, and Agriculture Canada could be there to protect us from poisonous substances on the marijuana. This is all possible in a legal environment. So all the federal government has to say is, okay, we accept the decisions of the courts, all the courts, and we're going to move ahead to a new enlightened area to protect all Canadians. After all, a legal environment protects the 3 million Canadians who smoke marijuana, but also the millions and millions of Canadians who do not smoke marijuana. No longer will they be paying $2 billion in taxes to subsidize the drug war. No longer will they have neighborhoods where they have grow-ups going, because they don't know how the electricity was done. Maybe it's a fire hazard. We don't know. Canadians are paying because organized crime profits by the illegal black market. Whereas in a legal environment, you and I are the ones to profit. We would pay lower prices. We could grow it in our backyard. We could grow it in this vast province of Alberta in greenhouses, safely, organically, to the benefit of all concerned. It's a win-win situation for anybody, everybody. Am I right?
Yeah! 100%!
And am I thirsty? I am. By the way, what time is it?
It's time to spark it up.
10 minutes after 4.
For 420.
I got a permit. You've got a permit?
I got a permit.
Oh no. Is it, what time is it?
10 minutes after 4.
It's just 10 minutes after 4.
That's all.
Man, I can talk up a storm in 10 minutes, eh? Well, I've got more to tell you anyway. Okay, because let's take an example of something that happened recently. And we're going to do the, what if marijuana were illegal, like it isn't, and what happens when marijuana is legal, like it is. In Toronto, they just had a concert with the Rolling Stones, and 500,000 people showed up. Now 500,000 people, 12 hours under the hot sun, drinking alcohol, you'd think there might be problems, but because there was 25 to 50,000 people smoking marijuana and passing around joints, police made only 12 arrests, none of them for marijuana, and ultimately have not charged anybody. It was a totally peaceful event. And remember, 25 to 50,000 people are smoking marijuana throughout the day at that concert. Police did not make one single arrest. Now, in the old bad days, before 2 years ago, if people were going to smoke marijuana at a mass concert, they would need thousands of police officers to go into the crowd, take away people's marijuana, charge them, arrest them, give them summonses, take them downtown. It would have created a hostile environment. The one event that we have used to showcase Toronto to the world was made more successful, not because of the music. After all, most of those performers are way past their prime, right? I mean, it's not like, you know, we're seeing anybody on the cutting edge of music. For 500,000 people didn't come to there. They came there for a happening. They came there to be unified as one, all Canadians, visitors, people all smoking pot, having a good time, celebrating the freedom that we have in Canada. And by the way, I've been jailed 15 times. Sorry, I've been arrested 15 times. Despite all the raids that have taken over $1 million of my art, the media has been responding to. I thank you very much. And I'd like to say that you're never alone. There's 164 million people, according to the United Nations, that smoke marijuana. That is a huge amount. That is 5.5 times the population of the entire nation of Canada smokes marijuana, and I would suggest many of them, millions of do so every day. And we love our plant. You know, people often ask me, Mark, I don't...
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Canada! Woo!
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Have any laws been broken by Marc? Have any laws?
He didn't rob a bank.
They're doing criminal activity.
That's even worse than smoking pot.